little bit better in this situation because they're going to be clumped up anyway.
Yeah.
Minotaur has a big AoE, so it's just like kind of, you know, counterintuitive. But then Kufra does have a couple of extra benefits with the bouncing ball, assuming that he does find the initiation. Our SG Philippines say, you know what? If we're going to team fight, we're going to go all out with the team fight. Give me the Carmilla and I'll show you what's up.
This is a nice combo actually with for Ramos and Carmilla. Imagine the splash damage that they have, even the effectivity here of having a Moskov.
Oh,
so,
you're so right.
Right? Everything all at once. The burst, the damage per second for RSG Philippines is very dangerous.
One of my favorite movies as well. But that means that this draft is complete. Cloud, break it down for us as we head off into the Land of Dawn.
Yeah, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So as we can see here, this draft is pretty much a comfort draft for Homeboys, and throughout this tournament we don't see them, we do see them experimenting somehow, and I'm pretty sure that they have already theory craft this like behind the scenes in their scrims, but we're starting to see a pattern for Homeboys, and we can say that this is pretty much something that they're comfortable with.
Yeah, and actually for your Homeboys, one thing that they're really comfortable with is that giving space to nets. That's why there is a high prioritization, or they would rather take a Claude instead of other marksman heroes. So if you're RSG Philippines, you might want to go and have nets like a difficult time rather on his lane. So looking at the jungle, we have a Julian versus an Alpha. It expected that Iran's gonna be on the upper hand in terms of the clearing, like getting all the jungle. But it all depends on the vision that Mal will give to the Homeboys.
And so both sides are 50-50 as a start, very respective, I would say. No big engagement. I don't expect with this current lineup to see like, okay, you go in, you try to like wreak havoc on the other side. Both sides are probably going to wait it off until the first hurdle.
Yeah, and look at that. They just pokes from the spawn. Lai was forced to back away. So for RSG Philippines, they also have to be mindful of the spawns again from Odil. And the problem here, if you have... Oh, wait.
Ira? Okay, a little bit too far, but hang on a second. Ira says, no, you're not going to get me.
That's a good thing of having a Julian as well. The escape capabilities that he has. And because of that, there's no delay for RSG Philippines jungler Ira. And look at the emblems, nothing much for our team. Some more on the movement speed for RSG Philippines, though. So they want to go fast in this game, knowing that Homeboys is also more on the flashy side. Those setup plays from Mal could be a headache to them. So Homeboys, again, you need nets activated as early as possible.
Yeah, because obviously Nets as the goal laner, if he can farm and he can farm fast, then he'll be very effective. Especially he can jump in with the battle mirror image, and he can continue on with the blazing duet. He can come up with a lot of damage to the members of RG Philippines. But it's just that he needs to be careful of the Nether Realm that can kind of counter it. So Aqua needs to really save the Nether Realm for the right timing there.
Yeah, because if not, that's a perfect opportunity to signal for Homeboys to set up a play. There's no Nether Realm. They should go.
Oh, wow! He got 4! With the penalty zone, but the follow-up is still pretty early. I guess they're not really ready yet, but they try to get the Aqua. Aqua comes in with the Nether Realm to save his teammates. All of them from RGPH is still A-OK, but counter back onto Emal. And Emal goes down. First blood is given to Eoran. But the fight's not over yet, though. Udale and Mal try to hold on the line, but Yetri is pretty low. So now they have to let this one go.
To be fair, for RSG Philippines, it was a nice curse of blood. Here for Light, during that time, the damage is not enough yet to like really go for a wipeout against Homeboys, and this is very crucial for Iran, by the way. Low on life while taking down the turtle. Oh, see the TVs and the treachery. Nice play from RSG.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be too worried about Mal being there early on. I mean, unless he has the retribution, then yeah, I'll probably be a little bit worried. But if it's only Mal the roamer, yeah, it's more of like just buying time. But if he's able to steal it somehow, then it is something out of this world for sure.
Yeah, good thing he has the retribution. Good thing he has the retribution.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is going to be one interesting fight for RSG Philippines. They're just taking their time, activating Kusei every step of the way. Now for Homeboys, they have to be aggressive, knowing that Udo's here in the SAS. They could go for a push. They also have the Kufra, but at the same time, the Claude is more on the mid to late game type of game. So sometimes for Homeboys, they need to force on other lanes.
Would you say the mid to late game thing applies to Moskov as well?
For the mid to late game, actually no, but it depends on the lane. Wait.
Oh, okay. But anyway, Lights don't need to wait till late game as he got taken down, and this is going to be his first death in this round.
And to go back to your question, probably for the Moskov, a decent 2 item would be good already to be part of a team fight because now, for Kusei, he has the Crescent Sight. So basically the same with Nets here. So still waiting for maybe a Golden Staff or Demon Hunter Sword. Demon Hunter Sword for Kusei, and then Golden Staff for Nets.
Right, okay. So just need 2, but then again, Nets needs at least 3. Make that a Trinity item?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, cool. But anyway, for Ye3 right now at the bottom, 1v2. But Ye3, I mean, he is a terrorist. Like, he should be able to hold off. Nibo does not have that amount of damage just yet, and he would definitely want to save all his other skills just because of the fact that the total is up now.
I feel like for these teams and the players, they're just really waiting for a specific item. Now Nibor has it on their belt, by the way, so it could be very efficient for them. Interestingly enough, for Homeboys, there's no contest from RSG Philippines during that time, even though Light was there to give them like a vision that, hey, they're starting the turtle, something like that.
Yeah, I was expecting them to contest for that as well. I mean, they had that, they had the retribution too, but now they try to get the 3 at the bottom, or at least try to shoot them away. But from the back line, that's them, and it's got 2 of them, and Aqua will get 3, looking for 1 more, and it's going to be Mal. That goes down.
2 players down for Homeboys and RSG Philippines. They know their advantage during that moment, even though there was a setup from Mal. The ultimate wasn't used during that time in bottom lane.
Ima, underneath the turret. Looks like he tried to counter back, but underneath the turret. Yes, he will get some help, but he will still go down. No matter what, RSG lost era, so it's a 1-for-1 trade, so it's pretty okay, 50-50.
Yeah, and for RSG Philippines, they have to be mindful of those types of dives. They could have went in, taken out the turret at the bottom lane, but yeah, they have the space for Ricochet at the top lane. But so far, things are looking good for Homeboys in terms of how they will get a counter play against RSG Philippines, but in terms of taking the objectives, they're having a hard time. So now looking at the items, we have the Enchanted Talisman for Aqua, more on the pokes, but for Udil, it is a glowing wand, so very useful in a team fight. So Homeboys, they're equipping themselves as if later on we'll be expecting like a 5v5 team fight.
Yeah, and for Ned specifically, he is halfway through his Trinity item, so still needs some time. I mean, we're only about close to 7 minutes into the game. That might change a little bit more after the next turtle, which will be up in about 10 more seconds, and this will be the time where both teams will be prepared and they start to open up that space to secure the turtle.
Yeah, that's true. And we've been talking about items. Now, Mal actually bought the Thunderbell as well. So imagine the stacks that he has later on for this game on the Kufra. So it's 2-4 Sir Cloud for this match. We have players from Homeboys starting this turtle and probably a setup play.
But the turtles are pretty low. Homeboys, they try to hold them back, and Aima will secure that turtle. Now goes on to the back line with the blazing duet. It's going to be Nats. Nats trying to find his next target. It's going to be Nemo. Flickers away to safety. Nats will still survive, but then again, at the same time, Homeboys got 2 kills out of RSG Philippines together with the turtle.
I remember when you said that the timing of the Nether Realm is going to be a crucial one. For Aqua, it was on point, yes. But the problem here for RSG is that there's no backup damage after the team fight that Homeboys initiated. So Kusei, not really that on the damage side already. But for Homeboys, the blazing duet of Nets was really evident during that time.
Yeah, and I guess at the end of the day, right, it's also about like after that, what happens? Like, okay, you have the Nether Realm, it comes in, you pop
what's
it,
next?
but after that, what's next, right? Like, do you have enough damage to also put it back to Homeboys? Because if you don't, then Homeboys will continue to pressure and also chase the other members of RG Philippines after the Nether Realm.
Yeah, that's true. And take note, by the way, that Kusei is actually has a higher gold versus Nets. So aside from the opportunity on setting up a play for Nets, I think for RSG Philippines, what they need to do is also open up a space for Kusei to like do the free hits. So Homebois right now, their edge is that a space for their marksman. For RSG Philippines, they need to be on point on using the Curse of Blood and then follow up with whatever type of layer of skill they want to use, because so far Udil is number 1 in the damage leaderboard at 30k. 30
yeah.
plus K.
And understandable, right? Because it's a Zas, right?
Yeah.
So Zas, naturally, you can spam, so you can stack up those damage. But both sides, pretty much different coordination, if you ask me, because Nets will need to get into the battle. So Homebois will need to pull skills out of RGPH before Nets can come in. Whereas for RGPH, Kusei can come in by himself a little bit later, and he can keep a good distance as well. So he can come in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, and now that you've mentioned, since Udil is a Zas, and that's the reason that he has a high damage, what if they force the ultimate for Udil by joining in top?
Well, speaking about force, looks like they will force out another round, but at the same time, the backline like is on this last pick up now and will be taken out by Udil. J3 will get the kill off his own, but no, not yet. Iraz is still there though. Iraz 1v2, and Mount gonna be J3 will chase him down, and they will make sure they secure that kill. 3 from RGPH will go down. Kusei and Aqua are they gonna challenge for the Lord?
What a counterplay for Homebois during that time. Very on point, and they know who their target is.
Oh, they go in for the chase onto Kusei, shooing him out and ensuring that Homebois will get the Lord.
Yeah, that's a nice stretch on forcing Kusei also on using that Purify. Again, for RSG Philippines, their biggest threat right now is the guy named Udil. He is a 304 on this match. Actually, perfect KDA, 7 out of 7 for this game. All they need to do is to force again the spawn as much as possible, or even the ultimate to be used even before the team fight, because if they're forcing to get on nets or even a mal before taking an objective, it's as if you're giving Udil all the chance in the world to go for
Look
the
at
ultimate.
this, Tyrant's Revenge on the other side, and here comes the penalty zone. Managed to catch for them. The nether round will be popped out to save the members of RSG. I like this in trouble, I like lasting about. He managed to get away to safety. Aqua should be fine as well. Nibor very, very low. Oh man, after all that, Homebois could not get a single kill. Everyone from RGPH managed to get away to safety.
And good thing for RSG Philippines, their inhibitor turret wasn't destroyed during that time. Again, the winning condition here for RSG Philippines is to have Kusei activated. They have the kit, they have the setup play, they have...
They catch one! Oh, they catch Udil! The most important player, like what you said earlier!
And that is the reason as to why RSG Philippines has to force a team fight.
Oh, yeah, 3 went in. But then again, he's to say, okay, flickers away. But that's a lot of health. And also, he has to use the flicker to save himself.
Now, here's the thing for RSG Philippines. They're now activating Kusei. They are limiting down the potential of Udil. So, all they need to do is just to force another, probably Dominator's descent before a team fight. So, Homebois, they have to be mindful of their side lanes, which is actually they're doing. All their minion waves are flowing. It's just 12 minutes of this game. And looking at the items, pretty much close for our setup plays or for our tanks. Although we have the Thunder Belt here for Mal. Now, looking at the XP lane, we have the Winter Crown. Wow, for Y3. So it's as if after the penalty zone, I go for the Winter Crown. It's up to you, my boys, to get all the players from RSG Philippines.
Yeah, and I can understand why Homebois don't go for the Dominance Ice as well, because the main priority use will only be for Kusei, and that's probably not going to be worth it for them to focus on that. So they're going to focus on to the other items as well, such as Athena Shield, because you do have a good amount of magical damage that could come out from Light or even Aqua, so you want to prioritize that first. But now coming back to what they're doing, they are both gathering somewhere in the middle, looking for that next pickoff. And they saw Imal, okay, a little bit of engagement, but no further big moves. And I guess partly because the lot is up.
Yeah, and for RSG Philippines, they have to be prepared if they want to go for an engage. Probably take down Udil again. Okay.
Oh, they managed to find Udil, and Udil will be front for the hands of Kusei, and now Kusei is totally active. At the same
Here
time,
goes
look at the
Sets.
nether route. It does save the members of RGPH. Now counter from the other sideline. Oh, that's onto the back line with Releasing Duet on the Kusei. Kusei now, almost now, but Mal, no space to follow up at the same time. Nets, we need Nets as well. They need Nets. Can Nets actually do it? But Nets is not able to come in.
Okay, so during that time, wait, Mal is ready for the job, I think.
Oh, okay. He jumps in onto Nemo. Nemo now lastical health. Nemo will take out Nemo. Looks like still 50-50-52. Nemo is in trouble as Kusei. Absolutely online right now. You cannot run away from Kusei.
And even Kusei even used his wit of nature during that time just to be sure that he's safe from any threat from Homebois. So things are looking good for our RTG Philippines, although Odia is not alive.
Wait a second. Era, he's pretty low right now. And that blazing duet all the way to the rack line. And now the Lord resets itself.
Yeah, and it's a good thing actually for Homebois because it was Irad taken down, and I think they have the better opportunity now to take down this Lord because Amal's gonna be alive in a second now. Oh, he's gonna be part of the team fight. So for RG Philippines, they might want to do everything just to try to reset this Lord. Oh, that's gonna be difficult.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be hard. Look at this, it's 5v5. Well, Irad is not here yet, but then
5v4.
again, Ronin, enough time for Irad to come because now the Lord will be taken out by Imal. At the same time, look at the back line, and the Blazing Duet will put a lot of damage onto the back, waiting for the nether round to end itself, and now Imal will get light, looking for Nemo. Nemo will put her hands on Nets, and now Kusei will next one to fall for sure. Kusei be shut down by Udil, and that is revenge by Udil to Kusei.
And while that is happening, Sir Cloud, Homebois was able to secure this Lord. All along I thought that the RG Philippines were just like trying to extend the team fight for a space for Irad.
Penalty zone all the way to the back, and with that, mega kill, wipe out to RNG Philippines. Homebois will take on game number 1.
Everything happened so fast during that time. Nets was doing a great job, superb job to be exact, on those blazing duets. He was just prepared on when and where to land those ultimates. And I gotta say, Homebois, Udil, this guy, 304 at a game wherein they have 7 kills. Most of the damage were from him, right, Gideon?
Yeah, it was. I mean, this was honestly, it's funny because I thought this game was gonna be more of a spacings match, an MMA match, a martial artist. No, this was a straight up street brawl. This is you got down and dirty. Hey, what'd you say to me at the side of the road? Get out of your car and just throw hands. Because that's
You looking at me?
Yeah, you looking at me funny? You looking at me a little
Want
funny?
to say something?
Say it to my face. Come outside every single time, man. But man, it is really, really tough because overall, when we look at this game, the fact that nobody died in some of these interactions, unbelievable.
Yeah, and it's also unbelievable that for RG Philippines, they were just able to take a single turtle versus Homebois because their lineup is more on team fight centric on the early parts of the game, right? So for Homebois, it's as if they're really prepared with a Julian pick, for Irad, and yeah, all the objectives was on their side. Even the itemization here of Amal, they're just preparing for a possible damage from Kusei, more on the defensive item, even the War Axe. And yeah, the lineup of Homebois is just meant for giving spotlight to Nets on longer team fights. It's as if Nets, I'm the hero, I am here.
I do the
blazing duet. Yeah.
I mean, the fact that it took sprint was already pretty surprising, right? But it makes a lot of sense when you see how RSGPH is playing. I stick my hand out and then I pull backwards, and it's just a continuous push and pull.
Yeah, and after he used the Blazing Duet, right, one of the things that he does is that he tried to chase the backline, like whoever it is on the back. So it could be like a Nebo who has his distance, it could be Light as well. So we can see the prioritization is a little bit different for Homebois, is that they want to make sure that the people at the back do not survive and provide all sorts of support or counter CC onto Homebois.
And also that is the perfect like a setup for Nets because he's able to do it because of the Queen's Wings also from two of the heroes here from Homebois, because they're able to soak in all the damage from RSG to the point that when Nets is to go to the team fight, all skills, all resources has been used up by RSG Philippines. It's as if it's a free meal for Nets. It's a free snack for him. Okay, everyone's used to Purify, they've used the Flicker and everything. Easy to chase, right? If you're Nets.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it's so much easier, but at the same time, it's all under condition, right? The fact that Udil got caught out a couple of times,
Yep.
but the big thing was the huge initiations from Mal and as
Yeah.
well as Ye3 that kind of like forces them to split up because some are still trapped within the penalty zone while others are pinned up against the wall.
And speaking of those setup plays, actually, after the Tyrant's Rage and a setup play for Mal, it takes like a 2-second delay before the penalty zone. So the continuation is there. And it's so beautiful that, again, Nets with the sprint was there.
For the most part of it, I mean, what could have RSGPH done better here, Sir Cloud? Because it felt like a composition like this, they want people to come into them.
Yeah, I guess it's mainly about when do they use the Nether Realm, right? Like, they have to time the Nether Realm really well and not be baited out by certain moves. Like, for example, the penalty zone. Yeah, the penalty zone are great, but you can somewhat like still tank the penalty zone's damage. But it's going to be difficult to tank the Blazing Duet. So after the penalty zone, there's still sort of like a window that is where the best time to use the Nether Realm, and it's really down to the micro execution.
Yeah, micro execution or not. I'm interested to see what the graph kind of looks like in this position, right? Because again, it's a 15-9 kill game overall, but yet overall, I'm looking at the total heals. We're seeing big numbers. Oh my goodness!
Oh.
Okay, so I think around 10 minutes, after that death. Or after the team fight, around 10 minutes, it was just Homebois on a run. Again, that is because it is where we could see evidently how different the setup makers are, the playmakers are for Homebois and RSG Philippines. It's our Carmilla versus a Kufra. So the difference of the skills that I have. And at that time, I think there was a decent item already for some of the players of Homebois.
Let's look at our MVP of this game. It's gonna go over to Homebois. It's Udil, of course. We may not have Diablo himself, but we got El Diablo here for the Homebois.
Oh man, and again with the Zaz, as what IC Baby would say, the boring hero by now.
Boring.
If it wins you games, well, I'm sure the teams will take boring.
Yeah, no, I totally get it, right? Because the thing is, the only time we see Udil actually get caught off is when he throws his Nightmaric Spawn and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna leave the lane, I'm gonna start walking a different direction, and all of a sudden, oh no, I can't connect my ult to anything because I need my Nightmaric Spawn to make it work.
Yeah, but what a good thing for Udil is the idea of not forcing those dashes on the Zask. So he has the escape route on using the skills, because some Zask users are very aggressive. It's as if they're using the first dash and then another dash just to force to be at the center of the team fight. For him, he's thinking as if I do this now, or if I use this now, will it make me safe for the next couple of seconds before Nets comes in? So it's more of a being smart on the usage of the skills.
I think that's the whole entire game, right? It's just how much time can you buy before the reinforcements start coming in, right? Same can be said about RSGPH. When Aqua drops down the Nether Realm, the next question is whether or not, like, can you set this up? Can you catch like 5 people in a Curse of Blood? Can't? Alright, let's pull backwards. And same goes for Iran. After 3 abilities is like, guys, buy me 7 seconds so I can fight.
I'll be there in 7 seconds. Wait for me. Wait for me. Wait for me.
But this is only the very first game here in this series. Homebois take it 1-0 against...